Hi, my name is Alexandria, and my partners' names are Megan and Katherine. And this is our fall of 2021 nutrition project. And today we're going to be talking about Pellagra. Before we get started, we listed some vocabulary words here. We highlighted them in red so you can easily recognize them throughout the presentation. All right, guys and girls, let's dive right into Pellagra. The contents of this presentation includes what is Pellagra, Pellagra pioneers, the origin, affected population and body systems, cause and mechanical system affliction, discovery and history, signs and symptoms, diagnosis criteria, available tests, risk and environmental factors, risk of treatment, average cost of treatment, dietary restrictions of disease, prognosis and treatment, preventative strategies. What is pellagra? Good question. In a nutshell, pellagra is a disease caused by a lack of a B vitamin, niacin. Yes, guys, that's right. A lack of a vitamin, specifically B3 to be exact, caused a big uproar in the early 1900s. People were dying from a lack of a vitamin? Wow. Not only were they dying, but they also developed scaly skin sores throughout their body, along with other symptoms like delusions and confusion. Kind of sounds like a beginning of a zombie apocalypse. You see, niacin plays an important role in converting carbohydrates into glucose, metabolizing fats and proteins, and keeping the nervous system working properly. The lack of niacin causes pellagra. And there you have it. That is what pellagra is. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe down below. I'm just kidding. There's a lot more to this story. Who are Pellagra's pioneers? In 1735, Don Jasper Cassell identified and discovered pellagra. But the name pellagra wasn't coined by Francisco Frappoli until 1771. 1914, Joseph Goldberg was the epidemiologist who was hired to study the outbreak of pellagra. He linked the disease of poor diet, not through contact. In 1937, the cause of pellagra was founded by epidemiologist Conrad Elvigem. He was able to determine the cause was lack of niacin in the diet. We would not have the name pellagra if it wasn't for Frappoli. He came up with the origin of the name. He was able to recognize one of the signs of pellagra was rough skin or scaly skin. But there was more to this disease that would soon be discovered. Epidemiologists discovered a lot about pellagra between the 1700s and the 1900s. They were able to recognize the 4 Ds: dermatitis, diarrhea, dementia, and death were connected to the disease. As pellagra was prevalent in the early 1900s, thousands of people were dying. This is why epidemiology was crucial in finding the cause of pellagra. They were finally able to determine that the lack of the B vitamin B3 was the perpetrator. Pellagra is still common in most parts of the world. One of the most affected continents is Africa. It affects your digestive system, your skin, and your nerves. The main cause is not enough niacin or tryptophan. The body fails to absorb these nutrients. Weight loss surgeries, and gastrointestinal diseases. Delusions or mental confusion, diarrhea, weakness, loss of appetite, pain in the abdomen, inflamed mucosal membrane, scaly skin sores, especially in the areas that were exposed to the sunlight, are signs and symptoms of pellagra. A doctor can diagnose pellagra through a physical exam, blood work, and urine sample. Available tests: There are actually no chemical tests available to definitely diagnose pellagra. However, low levels of urinary excretion of methylmethylmidide and pyridone indicates niacin deficiency. The risk and environmental factors for pellagra is diet poor in niacin, poverty, malnutrition, eating disorders, and alcohol abuse are all related to this disease. There are no known risks of treating pellagra with a healthy diet of niacin-rich foods. There is an increased risk for toxicity, and it can occur with niacin supplements that are over the counter, or too much prescription of niacin can be harmful to your body. This could increase your low blood pressure of hypotension. One potentially important side effect known to occur on niacin is a rise of glucose levels in those with diabetes who are watching their sugar intake. Niacinamide is a form of vitamin B3 and it's used to prevent and treat niacin deficiency, also known as pellagra. The average cost of one bottle is $4.37. Wow, it really doesn't even cost that much to help treat it. And just think that thousands of people were dying and it costs as little as $4.37. Dietary restrictions of pellagra. Avoid taking over-the-counter supplements and prescriptions and stick to a healthy diet of niacin-enriched foods. Rich with diets, meats, milk, peanuts, leafy green vegetables, and whole or rich grains are all part of a healthy, balanced diet. Prognosis for recovery is excellent. Pellagra can be reversed easily by taking B3 vitamins. These vitamins are water-soluble vitamins that can't be stored by the body and must be consumed regularly in the diet. Primarily, pellagra can be treated with dietary changes and niacin supplements. Secondary pellagra usually focuses on the underlying issue. Most importantly, pellagra can be prevented and treated following a well-balanced diet. Now that we're more aware of what the cause of pellagra is, we know how to prevent it. We know that if we eat foods that are rich in niacin, such as seafood, meats, green vegetables, cereal grains, eggs, fish, milk, and yeast, can prevent this disease. We have to follow a healthy food plan that has a variety of all our food groups. If you drink alcohol, please practice moderation to help prevent this in the future.